Let me ask you something. When you travel, do you only take pictures or do you also leave something behind? We all love traveling. We visit beautiful places, try new food, and create unforgettable memories. But have we ever stopped and thought, what kind of impact do we leave on those places? Are we protecting them or are we slowly damaging them without even realizing it? This is where the idea of a green tourism mindset becomes truly important. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Satya Dewi from the University of Warmadewa, Bali. And today, I will talk about green tourism mindset shaping a responsible mindset for sustainable tourism. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. When you travel, what do you usually look for? Is it the clear blue ocean, the peaceful mountains, or maybe aesthetic places for your social media? Now, imagine if one day those places are no longer beautiful. The beaches are covered in trash, the water is polluted, and the air feels heavy. Would you still feel excited to visit? Or would you feel disappointed? This simple question reminds us how important it is to protect the destinations we love. The truth is, tourism is like a double-edged sword. On one side, it creates jobs, support local businesses, and grows the economy. But on the other hand, if it's not managed properly, it can damage the environment and even harm local culture. I have personally seen this in Bali because I live here. There was time when I visited a beach that used to be clean and beautiful, but during certain season, it was covered with plastic waste. It felt disappointing to see such a beautiful place change like that. Too many visitors, too much waste, and too little awareness can turn a beautiful place into a polluted one. So, the question is, can we still enjoy tourism without destroying it? This is where the idea of a green tourism mindset becomes important. A green tourism mindset is simply the way we think and act when we travel. But more than that, it reflects how we shape a sense of responsibility toward the places we visit. It is about being aware that every action we take, no matter how small, has an impact on the environment and the local community. It is about understanding that tourism is not only about enjoyment, but also about responsibility. It may sound simple, but when this mindset is truly understood and internalized, it becomes a strong foundation for creating more sustainable tourism in the future. So, what can we do starting today? The answer does not have to be complicated. In fact, real change often begins with the simplest actions, the ones that come from our own habits and awareness. First, it begins with simple personal action. We can start by reducing waste in our daily travel activities. For example, instead of constantly buying bottled drinks, we can bring our own reusable bottle. Instead of using plastic bags, we can carry our own shopping bags. Even small choices like refusing plastic straws or bringing our own food container can make a difference. This action may seem small and easy to ignore, but when we do them consistently, they directly reduce the amount of plastic and trash we left behind in tourist destinations. Now, second, we need to build a real sense of respect for the environment around us. But let me ask you, how often do we actually think about our behavior when we visit a place? Respecting the environment means being mindful of simple action, like not littering and making sure our trash is properly disposed of. It also means following local rules, such as staying on designated paths, not damaging natural surrounding just for a better photo. Sometimes we think one small action will not matter, but if everyone thinks the same way, the impact becomes so much bigger. That is why being respectful is not about doing something big, but about being aware in every small moment. Because that is why truly protects the places we visit. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, we can support local communities as a part of green tourism mindset. This can be done by choosing local products, eating at local restaurants, and using local services when we travel. These simple actions help ensure that tourism benefits the people who protect and maintain the destination. At the same time, respecting local culture and the environment shows that we are not only visitors, but also responsible individuals. In this way, tourism becomes more sustainable, creating a balance between enjoying a place and preserving it for the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring you back to the question I asked at the beginning. When you travel, do you only take pictures or do you also leave something behind? Starting today, let us choose to leave something meaningful. Care, respect, and responsibility. By building a green tourism mindset, we're not only protecting the places we visit, but also ensuring that they remain beautiful for the future. Because in the end, it is not just about where we go, but how we choose to treat it. So that's all for me. Thank you.